Ciao Bella! Welcome to Bellauncinettocrafts. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. My name is Christina, and I'm so glad that you're here with me. Yay! This is Summer Streamin' number 5. I hope everyone who is joining me today and who is watching the replay is having a great day. I'm just bringing up the live from last week so that we can, when it's time, we can get ready to do the drawing for the opinions. And so I can read the comments because that's what we're talking about today, right? Today we're talking about the unpopular opinions. And I did say that you could do crafting or hobbies. It didn't have to be crochet, but it could be. So definitely you might hear a little bit. There we go. I didn't want it to be running. There we go. Got that one ready. And then I'm going to get the random comment picker up. Let's see how we can get that started too. Hi, Anvita. How are you? Just getting everything ready for the drawing for a little bit later. How are you doing? Hi, Keith. How are you? Oh, thank you, Natalie. Yeah. It was getting a little too long for me. So I had to cut it. It's a little bit shorter than I wanted, but it is okay. It's just hair. It'll grow back. Oh, okay. Awesome. Is it going to have like one on each end, Anvita, or is it going to have them like all along the bottom edge? Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, my hair is really, really thin, and because of that, the longer it gets, the thinner it looks, if that makes sense. So thanks, Sarah. Welcome in. So if I keep it short, then I can sort of control that a little bit. It doesn't weigh it down and look so thin. Oh, 3 points. Okay, cool. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. I'm trying to get the random comment picker up. You're going to have breakfast. I'm just having coffee for now. Just having coffee for now. We have got to get to more sorting today. So, yeah. More sorting. What are you going to have for breakfast? I will probably just have toast or something like that. Should have had all this pulled up before, but I I did not. I did not. I did not. I did not. Is this the one? No. Toast. Awesome. What do you like to put on your toast? Is there anything, or what does anybody like to put on their toast? Anything in particular? Just getting the URL so I can put it in there. Ooh, happy birthday to your daughter. Yay. Cheese croissant. I heard it said like that in a movie. I don't remember which movie. I want to say it was Austin Powers. So now every time I see it, that's how I hear it. Croissant. Black currant jam. Never had black currants. I'm always afraid of fruits that I've never tried because I'm allergic to so many. So I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll not. Hi, Maribel. How are you? I'm glad you came. Marmite. I love you, Sarah, but I'm going to take a pass on that one. Don't like Marmite. I don't like Vegemite. Like any of the mites. None of it. Hey, DC. Yeah, I know it is. I just, it's a fruit and I'm kind of scared of fruits. Especially ones I've never tried. I'm with you on the honey. I'm not so keen on the peanut butter on toast. I like peanut butter and I like peanut butter on bread, but when it's on toast, it's a little. Sarah. Well, everyone has their own opinions, right? Hi, Sarah and Patch Stitches. How are you? Welcome in. It's nice to have you here. It is nice to have you here. Hi, Knitting Purple. How are you? It's still morning for you too. Look at that. How awesome is that? Power waffles. Now, I have had the not the brand name ones. I think the brand name is Kodiak. It's got the bear on it. But they're like protein waffles. But I've been having Aldi has a version that I've been getting. And I've had those. I like those. Oh. All right. So I'm just getting the I want to be able to see the comments too. There's so many things that you want to be able to see. Okay, it's muted. Good. Okay. Now I can see you. Oh. Yes, it is a love or hate. I'm not going to say I hate it. I've had it. And I prefer not to have it again. Yes, I try to have Nightbot welcome people in. Kodiak oatmeal. Yeah. I've had that before too. It's pretty good. But again, I'm not the kind of person that I don't like fruit in my oatmeal. I'll take the maple flavor or the cinnamon or something like that. I don't want apple flavor or berry flavor or whatever. Oh, that is a deal because that brand is expensive. So that is awesome. I would have bought all of them if I wasn't moving. That is amazing. That is amazing. Okay. So, why are we here today? One, because I don't get to do lives very much. And when I go back to work, I won't be able to do them. So, I want to spend as much time with you all as I can. And then, oh, hi, Sandrine. How are you? You only left 2 boxes? Well, hey, you left some for somebody else. That's what matters. You left some for somebody else. We are also going to be talking about unpopular crochet opinions. So last week, remember, I shared with you that I was tagged by Robin at Roaming with Rover for the hashtag unpopular crochet opinions. And I said that you could share in the replay your comment and use the word unpopular, right? And I would be doing a drawing today while we're sharing some of the unpopular opinions. So if you have not put a comment on that video, you are more than welcome to share your unpopular opinion here in the chat, but it won't be in the selection for the giveaway. And what am I giving away? Well, I haven't told you that yet. So I will tell you when we get closer to the giveaway. When we get closer to the giveaway, you will find out. Oh, man. You have a giveaway on your channel? All right, cool. I think, Keith, if you would like to test it, I think I have the drop feature set up. So if you will type the word drop, it should, excuse me, it should drop your channel. So yeah, there we go. Natalie's channel and Keith's channel should be coming up. It might have gotten confused because Natalie and Keith did it at the same time. Not that it's a problem. I'm just saying that it might have gotten. Give it a second, Keith, and if it doesn't pop up, type it again. Well, I'm sorry that you're hurting, Sandrine, and I know that can make it easily restless because it's easy for you to be restless when you're hurting because you can't get comfortable. So I know that definitely is not fun. Okay, Nightbot's going to have to catch up. I don't know what he's doing. Nightbot, come on. It's not working. It worked for Natalie. I'll see if I can snag your links if it doesn't come up again in a moment. Come on, Nightbot. Supposed to be my friend here. So Crystal says an unpopular opinion from her is that she feels like worsted weight yarn is, or anything other thicker than a worsted weight yarn is too thick for crochet. Okay. Oh, you're fine, Natalie. Don't be sorry at all. I think, yeah, I agree with Sandrine. I think he took a nap because he was like, I dropped one, I'm out. I did my job. So, yeah, I think Nightbot is just. See, I don't understand. Do it with all lowercase, Keith, and see if that matters. I know it shouldn't matter, but yeah, I understand. It's fine. I'm not. I'm sorry, you guys. It's so bad. Nightbot is not nice. I'm even typing. He's okay. That doesn't make any sense. You're on my channel. Why should you? Okay. We should call him Night Brat. Here's Keith's link. If you would like to go and check out his giveaway. Hi, Ursula. It's great to see you. Nightbot. See, now Nightbot's just being funny. Yeah, you've been bribing Nightbot there, Natalie. Wow, you all see that? Natalie's been bribing Nightbot. I'm gonna put Sandrine's channel in there. And there you go. Hopefully that works. You have a friend. I promise. Oh. Interesting. Watch. Nightbot's going to catch up and it's going to drop like 5 links at once. Oh. All right. So, oh, it worked for Sarah. No, it worked for Sarah. It's drop. I know I have it in there. Hello just welcomes you in. Yeah. All right. So I am going to. Hey, Ninj, how are you? Welcome in. I am going to share some of the unpopular opinions that we have here. So I'm going to start at the bottom. They're not in any kind of order, like date order or anything, but we're going to share what everyone said. So Knitting Purple says, my unpopular opinion is using center pull balls or cakes. I don't like pulling from the center. I use it from the outside. Then your leftovers aren't a tangled mess and don't need to be rewound. That does make sense. Oh, I hope you feel better, Ninj. He's only working for the English. I don't know. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know. I did put your link in there, Keith, though. I did go ahead and drop it. So if anyone wants to check out, Keith does have a giveaway going. So anybody else pull from the outside and not pull from the center? Anybody else think that's a good idea? Yeah, sure. Oh, you did make it, Bailey. Yay! Yes, Ursula. So I was tagged by Robin at Roaming with Rover for unpopular crochet opinions. And the way that you work, this is you post something that asks people to share their unpopular crochet opinions. So things that they like to do that maybe most people don't like to do. And then you share it out at a later date. So you can, I know that some people have been doing like a community tab post, and then sharing in a video. Some people have been doing it just asking in a live. I asked last week on my live, and then I am doing a drawing this week. All right, let's see. Sandrine says, I find the end whenever I grab it, that's it. So it doesn't matter if it's inside or on the outside. Okay. Variegated yarn is a hoax. It never comes out right for me. Oh, wow. Somebody else put in, and I'll get to that, to one in here on my video. Somebody else said something about variegated yarn, and I think it has a lot to do with the stitches. A lot to do with the stitches. Thank you, Ninja. I appreciate that. Yeah, center pull to avoid the skein of yarn hopping around. Yeah. I have a thing here. It's got scissors on it, but if I pull from the outside, I have this. This came with a ball of twine on it, but it spins. And so if I pull from the outside, I'll put it on here. We'll take the scissors out, obviously, but I'll put it on here. And then when I pull, this spins for me, so the yarn doesn't hop around. So Ursula, that might be something that you consider if you if you get something like this. They have all different kinds. So if you wanted to pull from the outside, you could do that. Yep. That was another thing, is center pulls do have yarn barf. Good morning, Kay. How are you? Welcome in. And that was going to be my next opinion. Kay says, this is probably a very unpopular opinion. I dislike when people give crochet stitches new names to sound cute. If you read through crochet history, there are original names for almost all possible stitches you could think of, and I feel people should learn the proper names, as that is what most crochet books are going to call them, and new crocheters may get very confused by the name if all they hear are the cutesy names. For example, the most commonly misnamed stitch is using the term granny stitch. Granny squares are simply motifs that can be done in any stitch combination. They started getting called granny stitch because it was the most common stitch used to make square motifs. The actual name of the stitch is the cluster stitch. Oh yes, thumbs please. I can't see them because I'm in StreamYard. So. Oh, cool. You have a magic genie that holds it with a magnet. That's neat. I don't have one of those. So what do we think about Amazon has them for about 12 pounds. Ooh, lovely. What do we think about naming crochet stitches. How do we feel about that? I know that there is a dreaded stitch that for me is a curse word, and I will not say it. But just because I don't like doing it, it's not really a bad word. But it has a lot of different names too. And so when I was doing it, when you try to look up a tutorial on it, you get all different kinds of names. So I know that was confusing. Granny cluster. Yeah. I wasn't going to say it. Right. And that's where I think I think the research comes in, and having a uniform or universal place for all of that. So we don't have that with crochet. I mean, even hook sizes, you go to different places and they have different things. Yes. I understand, because like for the life of me, I cannot remember, like this that I have in my hand. It says it's an I 5.5 millimeter. I cannot tell you that 5.5 is an I. I don't remember that. I'm usually good with like letters and words and things, but when it comes to hooks, the millimeter size is what's more important for me, because there are different companies that their letters aren't the same for the sizes that are normally. Oh, I think that goes with hooks too, or anything like that. We need the cohesive uniform. You know, I don't think that even yeah, Natalie, that's what I was talking about. If I remember correctly, I don't think that knitting, I mean, has universal standards. If I remember, Ursula, the lady that comes up on your live, she's from Australia. She was talking about knitting needles having different sizes, and they're called something else, just like crochet hooks. They're called, the sizes are different. Lisa knits. Okay. Thank you. Yes. But she was saying that like some of her sizes are different than like the knitting needle sizes, what they call them. Yes, all patterns would state what kind of, and see, why do they have to be different terms? Why do there have to be UK terms and US terms? And that's just, it's a pain all around. I wanted to say her name was Lisa, but I don't want to be wrong. But I remember her showing some knitting needles, and it was different than what you had, Ursula. It was the same size, but it was called something else. And I was like, it even happens in knitting. I remember thinking that. I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, so we did have a couple of things. A couple of people said that they do actually like yarn barf. Or they don't mind it. They like, thank you, Ursula. They don't mind undoing it. Oh, okay. Maybe that was it. The imperial sizes versus the metric sizes. Maybe that's what she was referring to. I don't remember that being part of the conversation. And she didn't state that, but that may have been what she was referring to, is that they were different. Oh, that's better. There was a smudge on my glasses. Now I will take the time to sort it out. I've taken many hours sorting it out. But it's mainly because I don't want to cut the yarn. I want to try really hard not to cut because I lose a little bit of the yarn depending on how much I have to cut, and it creates knots which can show up in weird places when I'm crocheting. So I try to get out as much as I can. I appreciate that, Ursula. Thank you so much. Yarn barf does not teach Bailey patience. And then, yeah, there are some people like Sandrine. They're like, nope, I'm just going to cut it and move on. Because it's, you're just taking up my crochet time. Taking up my crochet time. I don't got time for this. Not cut it and move on. Yeah. And if you do cut it, what do you do with that leftover yarn? Me personally, if I do have to cut something, or even like if I'm cutting an end off something, I have my bottle up there and I use it. I put my scrap yarn in it and I use it for amigurumi. So, I don't throw it away. Yes, I have seen your scrap balls. You have shown them. That's amazing. I like to take them and make, if it's cotton, I like to make bags out of it. It's just a scrappy bag. Oh, hi, Tank. Welcome in. Yeah. If it's a big enough piece, you can untangle it and use it. All right. So another unpopular opinion. And Vita, who's here with us. Welcome in, Lisa. And Vita says she can't understand how so many crafters have 20 to 30 items in their whip basket. She is primarily a monogamous knitter, even the thought of having two whips going along simultaneously scares her, and she's afraid she'll mess them both up. That's possible. That's possible. You should give them, Bailey, you should give your yarn barfs to Clyde. You should give it to Clyde. Let him play with it. Good morning, Jennifer. So what do we think about numbers of whips? How do we feel about that? I have several going on, but only because two of mine are start and stop projects. I get it at a certain time in the month. Like my Lether collection, it usually comes in the middle of the month. I get it. I do it, and then I have to wait until the next month before I can get the next one. Same thing with the Tunisian squares. I get the Tunisian square it's the first Friday of the month that Jada and Stitches puts it out. I get that. I do the square some point in the month, and then I move on. How did I miss that? Bailey, oh my God, I'm so sorry. How did I miss that? Oh. Yeah, one or two other. I'm so sorry, honey. Oh, now I'm sad. I don't understand how I missed that. My Nero won't play with toys, but he likes to hunt things. So if I put something that's realistic out, he'll get it. Yeah, I didn't either, Sarah. I'm like, yeah, sorry, love. Um, 5 whips at a time. Maybe, yeah. Yes. Take one of Crystal's cats. You get your passport, you can come get one of Crystal's cats. I think that would be amazing. So just so I don't forget, the people who mentioned enjoying Yarn Barf, that was Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and Sarah, Crafty Moo Sarah. And then Anvita is the one who said the information about the whips. I understand. Did I miss someone? Okay. So then Denise M says, oh, and there was another one who said this, Lynn. Where did it go? But 2 people said this, that they like to ball up their yarn by hands. They either don't have a ball winder or they don't like to use it. So they just wind it by hand. Now, I will wind it by hand. I have a ball winder, but I don't have I call it the umbrella part, the swift part, the part that comes out. So if I can get the hank on like a chair or my knees or something like that to where it will come off easily, that's fine. But I will wind it by hand. I know the other day when I was up with Ursula on her panel, I was winding. I had some black yarn. Actually, it's right here. I used it. I was winding it by hand. It was just going to go faster. So, and if I don't find something really good to attach the ball winder to, it will just come off. Oh no. Okay. Oh, and Rita says she only does it by hand too. Lana's Designs Rita. Trying to go through and make sure I don't miss. Oh, okay. So Sam at Mamphas Make says she does not center pull either. I like using the ball winder. I just I don't have, like I said, I call it an umbrella. I know it's called a Swift. Actually, I don't know that it's called a Swift. People call it a Swift, but I don't know if that's the brand name or not. But I call it because it looks like the inside of an umbrella. When you open it, it reminds me of an umbrella. So, I don't have one of those. So, and that's fine. I'll get one at some point maybe. But I'm good even with the ball winder. Hi, Sherry. Yay! I hope you're getting ready for work. Toilet paper roll trick. I have not seen that unless you're talking about just winding it on one. I haven't seen that. No, I'll only do it if it's in a hank. Like this was in a hank. So I put that in a ball, and then this this was a hank as well. So I won't redo this. No, it's done. Oh, okay. To give it a center pull. See, my ball winder it's a big thing, and it has a notch at the top, so you can notch it to create the center pull. So at the top, so it goes on the side, and then it has a notch over here, but at the very top it has a notch too. Yeah, that's what Ursula said, Jennifer, that it keeps it from hopping around. Keeps it from hopping around if you center pull. All right, let's see. I had another one here that said, here's the variegated one for you, Crystal. It was Casey Bryant. She's I'm not going to say she. I don't know if it's a she. They said that they think variegated yarn looks much better in a hank than it does worked up with most crochet and knit stitches. It's because it was black. Yeah, it was the black one. It was around my neck, so it made it look like my hair. So they did say that there are a few exceptions, and I did reply that I really think the stitch is important with variegated yarn, depending on how you're using it. Right, you don't want it to be because it's going to be a busy one. Hi, Lillian. Welcome in. How are you? How are you? Yeah, and the pattern. Because if you're making a blanket, right? Depending on how long you make it, the stitch definition would be, or the stitching would be different than if you were making like a washcloth. Right? Oh, you still got to make your coffee. Hey, that works. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Just one moment. I'm back. Hi, Tammy. Welcome in. Good to see you. I already had my coffee. It's empty now. All right, let's see. There was another one here. A couple of people said that they don't like acrylic yarn. They like natural fibers. And I mean, I don't have anything against acrylic yarn. I prefer natural fibers, but that's because I like to make things like I like to use cotton for amigurumi. I think it's better on the wear and tear. Hi, Kaylina. Welcome in. I think the cotton is better on the wear and tear for amigurumi. And I like to make kitchen items. I like to make dishcloths. I like to make the towel toppers. I like to make the trivets and things like that. Love cashmere. Oh, yes, of course. But I like to make placemats and all those kinds of things. So mixing weights, that was another opinion. Mixing weights was there. It did it, Keith. It did it, Keith. Oh, Timmy, I'm so sorry you can't see the writing. I'm so sorry. Well, hugs to you. We've missed you too. So Kay says, many variegated yarns actually place their color links per a mathematical formula. So when you work it up in either a basic knit, stitch, single crochet, or moss stitch, it creates an argyle pattern. Yeah. Thank you, Kay. See, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, Kay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Julie. Okay. Who? Chafy Masa? Is that the Julie we're referring to? Tank? Yes, it finally worked. Mixing weights. No worries, no worries. I like when I'm trying to figure out, well, you can't see this one, but this is a gauge, like a size gauge. And so however many times the wraps per inch tool, that helps me with what hook to use, is using something like this, because it says, how many wraps is what size yarn it is. So yes, thank you, Rocky. I was like, it has a name. I just did a video on it. But that would help me with with what hook size to use. So however many wraps per inch you get tells you what kind of yarn it would be if you put your weights together. And then you can go from there. So you can even just use a ruler. Like if you have a regular ruler, you don't have to have one of these. If you just had a ruler and used the inch on the ruler. Yeah, I got this, and I have a black one from Pink Sheep Designs. These are 3D printed, so I like them because they're flexible. Well, Tammy, I will try to do better about reading the chat out to you. I'm sorry for that. Planned pooling. I don't plan it. If it happens, it happens. You have one hiding in your yarn room. It's a wraps per inch tool. So if you just have this is an inch, and I've measured it. I show it on my channel with a video. I measure it. It is an inch, but the number of times you wrap it, and it says on the back how many wraps gives you that particular kind of yarn. So when you plan for the colors to pool in a certain place, so if you are making a blanket and you want it to pool blue in a certain area or red or whatever. Yeah. It is. I really like it. I'm actually doing a test pattern right now, and I'm having to use multiple strands of yarn. So it did help me determine what hook size I was using and make sure that the number of strands that I was holding together gave me the kind of yarn I needed. Yeah. Yeah. So you're trying to, yes, but with a variegated. Mm-hmm. So it's not like the long stripes, I guess, where you would cut it. So hey Rita, welcome in. While we're on the subject of weight, there are also people who said that they like mixing fibers. So they don't mind using different fibers or sizes together. It is different, yeah. Okay, you just made my brain hurt. So Kay says there is a website you can use to calculate your pooling pattern based on how many stitches you get with each color in the sequence, based on what hook you're using. And then Crystal says there are videos where people have gotten beautiful argyles with planned pooling. Thank you, Sarah. No, I want this one. That is not what I... Oh my goodness, it keeps jumping. Thank you, Sarah. It feels like writing with crayons. Oh my goodness. No mixing fiber, Sandrine says. No mixing fibers. Well, I did mix fibers. I did a shawl in a superwash merino, which is this right here. And then I used, this is a cotton, it's a Pima cotton, and this was my border. And it's the same softness. So it worked out fine and it looks fine. Now I wouldn't use a kitchen cotton and this together, but I didn't mind using the cotton because it's just as soft. Hi, Lashira. Welcome in. Bailey says, I don't mind using different fibers in a project, but mixing yarn weights doesn't usually work well for her. Yeah. Let's see. And then a couple of people were talking about stitches. So Sam at Memphis Makes says that she detests the crab stitch. Lots of people really like it, but she does not. Crafty Moo says she likes the yarn eating stitches. So the ones that take a lot of yarn, like the baubles, the waffle, the popcorn, all of that. And then she likes saving her scraps, much like Miss Ursula, and making things out of them. So baskets. I like to make bags with mine. Ursula likes to make blankets with hers. No worries. No worries. I appreciate it. Yeah. That's awesome. No yarn eaters. I'm just going through to see if I missed anything. Nope. Yeah, it can. And then, there was one more about amigurumi. Some people said, like I said, I prefer to use cotton. Hi, it's not magic. Welcome in. I like your username. That's awesome. I like using cotton for amigurumi. but someone says that they think it's unpopular to use acrylic for amigurumi, but they use cotton and acrylic. Now, I've used acrylic for amigurumi, and it works just fine. It just doesn't always hold up as well. So, for example, this is cotton. This is acrylic. If you look, this is already like, it already is coming like fuzzy, whereas the cotton is not. Right? So this is going to fuzz up a lot more over time with the amigurumi than this is. And they're both Hobby Lobby, I love this, whatever. This is I love this yarn, and this is I love this cotton. So it's not like one is a different brand or anything like that. It's just this is going to fuzz up more over time. So it's going to look more worn a lot faster than the cotton, but it's going to look fine. Excuse me. So you don't do amigurumi either. No to mixing fibers. No to big stitches. No to amigurumi. Yes. Oh, that's awesome, Sarah. She made baskets last Christmas and used them as hampers to fill with edible goodies and a set of 6 crochet baubles. That's cool. Knitting purple. I'm making a blanket with my sock yarn scraps. Its nickname is the Ugly Blanket. And that's okay. Everyone has their own area that they like. I like doing amigurumi. It's not my favorite. I'd rather make stuff like trivets and placemats and things like that. But I get asked to make the amigurumi, and I crochet really tightly. So Linda came in. Hi, Linda. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. That's funny. That is funny. So, let's see. So we have 2 more left. This one goes along with stitches. Someone says that they like the crab stitch. Sin's Crafting World says they like the crab stitch. And then Mama Swift, she didn't use the word unpopular, but she says, I don't like it when Laura gives me crap about stabbing my work. So if you've ever seen Mama Swift crochet, she crochets really fast and she's a knife grip. So it looks like this all the time. I can see where Laura would say that, but it's funny. Okay. Is that because of the stretch, Bailey? Because acrylic does stretch? You certainly can, Sherry, if you would like to. I don't remember either. So you can say it again if you already did. That's fine. Because I know that acrylic will stretch more. So if you're going to use it on a hat, acrylic will give you that stretch. Maybe. I am a pencil grip, so it doesn't work like that for me. But I can see where. Thin yarns, yeah. Miss Linda loves the crab stitch. So if you start out when you're incorporating it, you want to keep the same yarn type. I don't mind the single crochet with the amigurumi because you're making different parts. And so like for this, right, there's a little knee here, right? And so the increase and the decreasing gives you a little knee right there. So it's neat seeing how that works up. So because I'm making lots of different parts, now if I'm making like a big body, then yeah, the single crochet can get monotonous, but not usually too badly when you're making smaller parts. Yes, you love your Matilda Moo. It's awesome. Well, we are at our hour, so I am going to do the drawing for the giveaway. So I have the random comment picker up from my last live. Remember, you had to use the word unpopular. So I am going to filter comments based on specific text. All right. So you can see here, it says there's the URL. Here is the specific word unpopular. It now makes you do math. Bye, Linda. Thank you. All right. Get YouTube comments. We had 12 comments. It's pretty good odds. All right, here we go. Sam at Memphis Makes. All right, Sam wins the mystery prize. Woo! And it is going to be a $25 PayPal or Amazon, whichever one they prefer. So, hooray for Sam! Sam won. All right, let me stop sharing. Here we go. So I am excited for that. And I'm going to close this out here because I don't need it now. Okay. All right. That's exciting. I'm doing okay. I did have my post up on Tuesday, and they did say that after the antibiotics and everything, I'm doing okay. I did have an internal infection, so that was fun. Not really, but I was able to just get some antibiotics and deal with it, and they closed me back up, and I'm all good now. I can't really still do a whole lot. But I can pick up to 15 pounds now, which means I can pick up my cat because he's 12 pounds. And I can do some bending, but no lifting from bending. So like I can pick things up, but if something's on the floor, if it's heavy, I can't go and pick it up. So that is something that I cannot do still. Okay, bye, Kaylina. I hope that the boys do well today. Oh, good luck for you. Yay for Nero. He's not really a one that likes to be picked up, but I pick him up anyway. Thank you, Kaylina. Oh, that's Sophia. That's Sophia. That's Sophie. Yeah. I had a friend who, well, she still does them. She does pet portraits. And so when she was sick, I had that made. That's my Sophia. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes. Crochet hooks don't weigh very much. That's helpful, Ursula. Yes. And that's also helpful because now I can like put things in boxes and actually, instead of saying, okay, I need you to come help me do this box, I need you to come help me do that and go get that. And hi Ivy, welcome in. So Sophia had one here and then she had one on her belly. I wanted to call her, originally I wanted to call her Tux. Even though she was a girl, I wanted to call her Tux because it looked like a tuxedo. And then I wanted to call her Oreo, but she was much too prissy for all of that. She had to be Sophia. But most of my animals have names of some sort of ruler of some sort. So I had a Merlin, I had a Sophia, Sofia, like the Russian princess. And then I have Nero here, who was the Italian emperor. Yeah. Because he was crazy, and so's my cat. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it, Crystal. Yeah. Sophia was too, all over. She didn't have socks or anything like that. It was right here on her chest and on her belly. That was it. You said hi to someone. You said hi to Ivy. You said hi to Ivy. Well, I want to thank you so much for your time. I will be back next week. Look, I'm telling you that my cat would laugh while things, because, Nero danced while Rome burned. I think that my cat would do the same. And also Nero is black in Italian. So it's kind of a twofold name. But yeah, he was a crazy emperor, and that's a crazy cat. I will be here next week at Dark 30, right? As some people like to call it, because it's really early for them. So I have 2 more weeks of lives. And then that will unfortunately be the end of the live stream at this time, because I will be starting back to work. So I will be working at that time, or getting ready for work, depending on my schedule. Spartacus and a Leonidas. Oh, yes. The 300. But I will come up with something for next week. You're getting ready for lunch. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate it. I hope you're healing well. I do. I hope you're healing well. Spartacus, yes. Mama G Gear also has some really great names for her cats and dogs as well. They're very entertaining. And don't you have a Figaro too, right, Sherry? He likes to sing. Thank you, Crystal. But remember, guys, I always appreciate your time, whatever you give me. And I really hope that you do well and take care of yourself. and I'll see you again really soon. Be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!